recap of the arm guillotine from butter half, and then we're going to go over some of the escapes. So from butterfly guard, we're grip fighting. I sneak one hook out, and it hooks the knee here. All right, so now we're in butterfly half guard. All right, what I'm looking to do is take a shoulder post and give him a push. Typically, it's going to result in a push back. If not, like remember, he might just not respond how he's supposed to, okay? And if he doesn't, then we'll just hip python out of there, and we can snap him down from here. Either way, we're good. Looking for a snap down from this position, whether that is a push and he gives me a reaction and I do a cross snap to my pocket, or I'm giving him a push and I get his head behind his hips, so now he's off base. If he doesn't give me a strong enough reaction, I'm going to, what we call hip heist. The knee is going to kind of shoot in, kind of spear him, and I'm going to elevate my hips. I'm changing levels of my hips. I'm hip heisting here, and then I can snap him down here. Either way, it results in a snap down. But we're going to set up the one assuming that he gives us a typical reaction. He doesn't want his head getting pushed back behind his hips, because most people don't want that. So we're going to post. As he gives us back that strong reaction, our hand's going to transfer to the crown. We're looking to snap down to this pocket. We're looking to lock our hands over the arm. This is going to be an arm-in guillotine, just like we did last week. All right? Locking my hands here around the meat. And then what I'm looking to do is rotate my hands as high as I possibly can, kind of scoop up in, and extra credit if you can just kind of pulse check with these two fingers. So we up, and if I can grab that carotid artery with these two fingers, like then I know I'm in the sweet spot. All right, he's already starting to choke at that point. So I'm gonna lock my hands. I'm gonna scoop up. I'm gonna be nice because I'm drilling right now, where generally I can really get in there. Then what I'm looking to do, start committing to my side. This butterfly hook comes out as I'm committing to my side and transfers to the top. And my right leg that was hooking the knee just slides up to the hip. Okay. My head, I don't want my head way up here, especially as I commit back. I really want my armpit to be kind of closer to the crown. So you're going to have to actually let a little bit of distance be created here as we come back. All right. Not so much that his head's going to pop out, but it's going to be really hard to finish if my armpit is up here on the base of the neck. Really hard to finish. You need a little bit of give here with your armpit so that we can actually cut his head off through our wrist. All right. I can't really get his chin to his chest if I'm way up here. So as I come back, this one comes out and over. Other foot is hooking his hip. What I'm looking to do is elevate my hips off the mat, bring my knees to my chest, and take my right elbow to my pocket, because the whole point of all this is to compress everything and take his chin to his chest. So here, and then I'm looking to elevate my hips. I'm back heeling, got strong heels. I'm leg curling here. Hips are going up. My right elbow is going to my pocket. Okay. One more time. It sucks being the guy getting demoed on here. I've been there. I took my timing. All right. Strong reaction is what we're looking for. If we don't get it, we'll just hit heist. All right. But we're going to assume, be a good training partner today, give him the reaction that we actually need for this move. So he pushes back. My hand transfers to the crown, and I go with the momentum, and I feed him to this hand that's ready to receive. All right. Immediately, arm is going over the arm, or hand's going over the arm, locking my hands. I'm rolling my wrist as high as I possibly can. Bonus points if I can check his carotid artery with my two fingers. I commit to his side. This leg comes out and over. Other leg goes up to the hip. And then I become a ball, knees to chest, hips up, and I'm trying to put my chin on his back, and I'm taking my elbow to my pocket. Any questions on that?
How do you roll your wrist when do you do it this way or
here? And then I'm here. Yep. And it's just off center of that chin strap. So I started the chin strap generally, and then when I scoop up, it's an inch offset. That's a finer detail, but any other questions? 5, 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of little details to that one, but it's a really, really good submission. After those details start making sense. But a couple of things just to put a bow on that one. All right. So some of the things I saw, first off, one of the things I saw was we're in this butter half position, and I saw reaching here and then trying to do this, right? This isn't really good for a lot of reasons. Right now, if I reach here, I really have no base, right? So if he just starts to grip fight with his other arm as he's driving back into me, he can send me this way, expose my back, like I don't really have a base. I want to be here, and I want to be the side away from the side I want to attack. First off, that's what I'm hooking the knee on. Like I'm not. If I want to do a post here and feed here, I'm going to be in my own way if my legs or my knee hook, my butter half is over here on this side. I'm going to be in my own way. I want it on this side because this leg needs to be able to come out and over, right? So if I'm on the other side, I'm going to be in my own way. Now, if you want to do a left-handed finish, that's totally fine. But now I'm going to feed it to my left side, okay? But under no circumstances am I trying to attack on this side with this cross snap, but I'm posting here because he's just going to shut my arm and expose my back. And I really can't stop him if I'm really committed to this. Like it's super easy for him to just slot me out of the way. Next thing, it's also not a same side. You can do this, but this is going to be a lot less effective because you're going to face similar problems. It's not as bad as me exposing my back where you can see my elbow. Remember, if you can see their elbow, you can take their back, right? You can't see my elbow here, so I'm not exposing as much of my back, but I'm still going to be a lot less based if he really gives me a strong reaction here than I would be if I have a kickstand and I'm on this side. Right now, I can even give him more resistance as he's trying to resist back into me because I have this. And then I can choose when I want to take it away. Versus over here, I have nothing. It's all just me pressing forward. So you can do this. I was seeing some of this where you were still snapping down, or you're doing a same side snap down. We're doing a cross. So really go for the cross. This is going to be your highest percentage. Cross shoulder post, snap down. All right. Next, on the finishing mechanics, I see a lot of two common things I was seeing is okay. Two common things I was seeing. Well, three common things I was seeing. One, I guess they're all related. One, I'm seeing a pull, which might finish somebody, but it's not like an arm in guillotine. Like it's not really what we're going for. I see a lot of pulling and squeezing. I also see a lot of like the spine getting long, like extension. So that's the opposite of becoming a ball. I'm becoming like a line. Like if I'm doing this, and his head is going to slip out eventually, right? Especially if he's actually trying to get out. The more that my chin gets away from his chest, the more that my knees go away from my chest. My chin gets away from his back. The more my knees go away from my chest, and the more I just pull like on this line, the more I'm just letting him out. It might be incredibly uncomfortable for him, but a lot of guys in here are tough and they're just going to eat that, and you're just going to let them pull their head out. You're giving them their escape. Okay, so when I say ball, I literally mean knees to chest and then back heeling. Like I'm getting my hips off the ground, still trying to take my knees to my chest, still trying to take my chin up here. I see I have my ball right now. I want all of this to remain the same. Look at my hips. They're off the ground right now. Okay? I'm not down here. My heels are engaged. My hamstrings are engaged. And I'm up. And now, just to finish, I take my elbow to my pocket. It's a rotation. It's a side crunch. It's not a pull and a squeeze. I should be able to talk to you while I do this, taking my elbow in my pocket. Okay? Are there any questions on that? I know that's a lot. Right, but that's what's going to finish everybody. Does anyone have any question at all before we move on? Let's talk defense. So Chad runs the drill on me. And let's see, it's probably going to be better. It's not you talking, right? Okay. All right. So, wait, I'm stupid. Let's rotate again. Yep. Okay. All right. So go ahead. Now, right here, he's got this, he's already got the front headlock locked up, right? But he hasn't actually trapped, he hasn't trapped my head and my legs in the same side yet, right? His goal, go ahead. His goal, all right? His goal is to get my legs and my head on the same side and prevent my ability to get my hips to the opposite side. Standard guillotine defense is going to be, I want my head and my legs on different sides. He wants my leg or my legs and my head on the same side. All right. So, as an early stage defense, before he's had a chance to throw that leg over and prevent my ability to get my legs on the opposite side, right here, the first thing I want to be looking to do, this is early stage. Remember this. Before he's able to trap me, I want to be able to get off my knees, build some height, and then I want to take this arm that he has trapped. I want to club through his legs as I circle around. And then I can get my knees around here if he can't reach the legs. I'm also, you see I'm keeping my elbow here so that he can't just like pommel legs back through or start attacking triangles, all kinds of stuff. I want to stay tight here, control his hips. And now, once I'm in this position, I'm very safe from the guillotine. He can pull with all of his might. It might even be uncomfortable a little bit, depending on how deep he was. But it's going to be a really, really, really tough finish from here. What I'm looking to do now is, now that I'm safe, trust this, know that you're safe, don't rush it. When my legs are on the opposite side of my head, he's not going to finish a guillotine. Next thing I'm going to do is, especially for you newer guys, I'm going to let you pull and pull and pull so you get tired, because that's my game, is that I don't really want to work that hard. Next thing I'm going to do is, once I feel like he's had enough, I'm going to start to climb north. And then I can start to grip fight, to start pulling my head out, or my personal favorite for all the new guys. Actually, well, okay, I'm going to show you. I normally don't show because it's a rite of passage in here. But if you keep this headlock and my legs on the other side, I get a cross face. I lock my hands. I get a lot of food. And I love doing it to all the new people. And now I'll be able, actually, I'm going to do it to some of you.
I'm gonna do a few.
It's a rite of passage. Everyone who's been bummed for buddy.
I've caught a few.
Okay. It's like, I don't want to tell you because it's part of the fun. But now you know.
That was Chris Henson's favorite ever.
Yeah, it's my favorite move to do on new people.
You were doing it to me before I knew what it was.
Right. Now he knows what it is.
And sometimes you still can't let it go in time, and you get caught in like.
Yeah, you get kind of stuck in there.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Anyway, we're not gonna drill the bomb flu, because I don't want you getting too many bullets down the barrel of that one yet. But I'm just kidding, guys. All right. Rule of thumb: if they get their legs on the safe side, you've lost the ability to trap their legs and their head on the same side. Let the headlock go. Like, you got nothing, and you're just setting yourself up for a bomb flu. Okay. So one more time. He gets the snap down. He's got my arm, my head. This is immediate. I don't want him to be able to start falling back and getting his legs out. I want to be able to posture up, get off my legs. I'm going to club with this arm through the legs as I round my legs, as I circle out with my body, right? Here. My knees on the mat, preventing his knees from turning back in, because if it's way out here, he can just recollect his knees back in, right? And then it's just a battle here. So as soon as I clear the knee, I want to prevent his ability to bring it back on the inside. And then I can start climbing north. And then I can, if he's not letting go, I can bomb through, or I can start hand fighting to get my head out. All right. Any questions on that? All right. 1, 2, 3. Here he has our head and our legs strapped on the same side. All right. So we get in this position. He gets the arm-in guillotine, and he goes ahead and commits. Right. Then go back. This is going to come in my hip. Yeah. Go ahead and commit. Go ahead and commit. This is going to be on my hip. Right? Yeah. All right. So here,
Now I can't hop my hips, right? Like I can't do that defense. So now really my only option is I need to take the side that he has my head on. I'm gonna post him the knee, and I'm going to roll over that shoulder and commit to my back. All right. So I'm going to go here, and then if his grip, his grip broke, most of the time it's not going to, and I'm going to need to actually get this arm involved in big grip fights. Let's do it. Keep the grip. So, go for it. All right, right here, I need to post on the knee, and then I'm going to roll over that shoulder as I keep this wall here on the knee, bending to my back. See how his hands are still locked? That's going to be more than likely what's going to happen. He's not just going to let it go. Next thing I'm going to do is this is still temporarily controlling the space because one of his main counters here is going to be, if I let this go, just rolling back up or trying to attack like a mounted arm and guillotine, all kinds of stuff there, right? Because I taught this back in May. We spent a whole month on front headlocks. If you can keep the head and the arm, you can just follow that thing everywhere. Like 360 degrees, you can go from the darts to the anaconda to the guillotine and all back and forth as long as you keep the front headlock. So his priority is going to be keeping this and transferring somewhere else. The most obvious place he could go, he could just roll his knees back up and start to go for like a mounting guillotine here. So I'm going to keep this here for just a second so that I can track that knee. As this hand is now free to get involved in grip fighting, so I'm going to try to get my thumb on the inside of his grip. And now I can start getting this involved and breaking the grip. And then I can clear my head and we can scramble up for side, or we can just get away, try to square back up. It's up to you at that point. But we're not being guillotined anymore, most importantly. All right, so one more time. So he's got my head, my legs trapped on the same side. I can't get away. Now this is quick. We got to commit. All right, we're going forward. I'm posting on the knee. I'm committing over the shoulder to my back. And now this hand comes down. The thumb comes inside the wrist, and I'm working to start stripping this grip. And then from here, I can clear my head. I can, depending on how he reacts, I can go side control north south, or I can just get back to guard. Questions on that? All right, 1, 2, 3.